Michaela, obviously coming off the East Texas Baptist game, just what was tonight like for you to, get going and stay aggressive?
I think it was a big thing. I came in with the same mindset, just work hard on defense and get it going on the offensive end.
Kateri, what has the emphasis been? I mean, defensively for y'all as a team with a lot of new faces, just to find y'all's identity and get going on that end.
We just have to play team basketball and just guard the ball as a team. It's not really like an individual thing. We just have to help each other out.
Michaela, you shot it really well from the floor tonight. How'd you create those open looks, and how'd you ultimately connect on so many of them?
I think it was my teammates looking for me and making good passes and me just executing all the reps I've been putting in.
Hey, Michaela. Yeah, and as a follow up to that, how much have you felt like shared time on the court with Angel, Anissa, Haley? How much has just helped you sort of find your flow of your game, playing alongside and running up and down the court with them?
Right. I mean, I have amazing teammates, so just running beside them and them leading me and telling me where I'm supposed to go and things is a good feeling.
Terry, as one of the veterans on the team, obviously it's obvious y'all have talent, but chemistry is the thing that has to come along. How do you feel you guys are at this point after a couple exhibition games and all the practices?
I don't think we're ever going to settle. We're just going to keep working towards being better for each other. But I mean, the chemistry is definitely there, and I think we're gelling pretty well.
On that same note, Kateri, what have you seen from Michaela to start this year? How has she grown? How has she gotten better in these two exhibition games?
Michaela's been here since the summer, and it's just been work. She even outworks me in practice majority of the time. So, it just she could learn a lot from me, but I'm also learning a lot from her, and I think that just feeds off the team.
Kateri, for you, what do you like about where this team is just a handful of days before you guys open the season? Obviously, you've been around a few teams before, so what have you seen? What do you like about this team as you guys are getting ready to open things up?
Everyone's hungry, and you kind of just stick out if you're not. And I think that we all just push each other, even on bad days. And for the most part, we all just have the same goal. As long as like we stick together, we just believe in each other.
Any more questions for the players?
See you, dorks.
Yeah, Coach. Just what were your overall thoughts? Obviously, going from the first scrimmage, first exhibition to this one, what improvements did you see?
I thought, of course, making shots. We came out of out of the gate smoking hot, and I thought our perimeter people were hitting shots that they weren't hitting the other night, and I think a lot of that's attributed to conditioning. There's been periods of time where fatigue set in that first game, the excitement of the first game, the lights are on, and I think some of them just kind of started getting flat on their shots. I thought tonight you saw several of them extend their minutes and grow and just hit shots. I thought rebounding the bigs rebounded the ball. You saw what Morrow's capable of doing in there with Angel, and then you saw Morrow and Samaya in the game together, and then you saw a big freshman go in there and have some success. Um, I just think that every time we can get on the floor, we're going to get a little bit better. Not they're talented. We've got a lot of talent, but we're going to get a little bit better as a team. The more we can play together, I just think that we will continue to get better.
Hi, E. McFarland. How are you?
I'm good.
You're one of the most influential women's collegiate basketball coaches. How do you feel that your team has taught Loyola things that they can use to be better?
Well, first of all, let me tell you, Loyola only lost 3 games last year, and They have two of their players missing that are outstanding players for them. As I told and asked their coach after the game, do you think you're better this year or last year? I think her team is better this year. It may not look when you're playing against us and we're shooting it the way we were shooting it tonight, but I think they're going to have another successful season. I'm going to tell you how old I'm getting. One of her assistants, Diana Jones, played high school basketball with my daughter, and Coach Kaylin Rice on my staff was her dear friend growing up in Waco, Texas. So when I see things like that, it makes me feel good that young people are coaching at the collegiate level.
Hey, Coach, what did you see from Flage tonight?
I thought Flage shot the ball confidently, and I think she's a competitor, and she has. When I think of Flage, and I go back to her freshman year at this time, and I remember how much she improved in a year. I expect the same kind of improvement. I don't think you have seen the best from Flage yet. She got so many minutes last year because we didn't have depth, we didn't have experience, and now I look at her and I think, she's just a sophomore. So how much experience does she really have? Well, she's got national championship experience, but she's just a sophomore, and I have to remind myself of that sometimes. But I thought she did fine. I don't think she missed a shot. I think defensively, I took her out and told her a couple things that could improve on getting in passing lanes when she's on help side, and we had Michaela and we had Haley really dogging the ball, and she allowed a pass to be reversed. Get in that passing lane and pick it off. Those little things like that.
Hey, Kim. I think early in the third quarter there was a couple minute stretch where Angel didn't touch the ball offensively. I'm wondering if, because it was a little strange for me to see that. Was it strange for her to take 4 or 5 trips up the court and not touch the
No,
ball?
Angel will touch the ball when needed. I think there were a couple, and I told them in a timeout, there were a couple of times where Angel's not posting hard. You know, you coasting, and she doesn't coast when it matters. There was a pass down in front of our bench where Haley wanted to flip a little pass to her, and she allowed the defender to come around. Post up right there, Angel, and that kid, you'll get an and one right there. So she will. Angel she's just Angel, and I think she looks around sometimes and go, wow, I don't have to do it all. And but we've got to just really now make her understand those exhibition games are over. You need to post, you need to dominate, and she will. I have no doubt.
Hey, Coach. Anissa obviously had a double-double tonight. Angel was close to having one as well. How do you think the two of them can really complement each other on the court?
Oh, I hope I look out there and they're fighting over rebounds. I hope they get so competitive that they'll say, okay, you take this one, I got the next one. That's what you want to see. And Samaya's in the mix too. I bet she had probably the most rebounds in the minutes that she played. Those three battle every day. Samaya Smith is not going to have the body that Angel and Morrow do on the thickness, but Samaya's got them on inches and can alter shots. And I have to remember too, she's just a sophomore. I looked out there one time and I thought, you know, there's not a kid on that floor or on this team that can't come back next year. Wouldn't that be fun? And they just kind of looked at me. But it just hit me in the middle of the game that, you know, with the COVID year and all this stuff, I don't have a kid that's eligibility is gone. Unless they choose to go to the next level, which I'm sure they probably will, but it was fun thinking that for a minute.
Got time for a couple more questions here, guys.
What exactly did you see from Michaela tonight?
What you expect from Michaela on the offensive end, she can just score the ball. She can shoot the three. She can score the mid-range shot. She can go in there with her body strength and get rebounds for you. Defensively, I just think she gets better and better every day, and I have to just kind of keep reminding her there are those moments where she wants to kind of coast because she's just better than everybody else in high school and summer ball. I don't want you doing that here. I want to eliminate that span that you go, I'm not going to get in the passing lane right here, or I'm going to switch right here. Just staying after her, and making her realize that you can really dominate on the defensive end of the floor as much as you can score and dominate on the offensive end, and just stay after her. She's just talented, guys. You saw it. She's just talented, and I say this about the great ones. The great players make those around them better. And I think I have a bunch of great players. So make everybody around you better. I thought the group that started the game shared the ball. There were just extra passes all over the floor. And if we can have a group out there like that, you're going to be hard to guard. And we'll see. We'll see.
Finish up here with Scott.
Yeah, I'm sure you heard about Bobby Knight passing away.
I did hear about Coach
I
Knight.
was wondering if you had any memories of him from the '84
I have
Olympics or other
tons of
times,
memories of him.
or maybe things that you
I
picked up
have-
from him that you incorporated in your coaching.
I was just talking to the coaches in our coaching locker room before the game, and I said, he might be the last of the great ones. Eddie Sutton's gone, Dean Smith's gone, Tarkanian's gone, Bob Knight is gone. See, that's my era of people that I watched as a player. And Bob Knight was the coach of the '84 team when I played for Pat Summitt. Many conversations with him. And what did all of those coaches have in common? They were hard-nosed, defensive-minded coaches. And now the game has changed such that it might be, you kind of don't want to compliment a coach and say, man, they're defensive-minded. That used to be what you wanted to play for, the coaches you wanted to play for. That meant you were tough. And I've had many conversations with him, both when he was at Texas Tech and I was at Baylor in the Big 12 at the Big 12 spring meetings. Comments that he would say to me and things that he would share with me. Not anything I would share with y'all, because y'all would be like, oh, he said that to you? And I took it as a compliment. That's just the toughness of where I come from. But what a legend. What a legend. And to think, was it Alzheimer's? I think it was Alzheimer's if I read, because he donates something to Alzheimer's if I read the article, And the older we get, I start seeing cancer, I start seeing Alzheimer's, what is it? What is it about this profession that a lot of them get dementia and Alzheimer's? And, Dean Smith, wasn't his somewhat dementia or something at the time? So it kind of wakes you up a little bit and wonder if that's a personality trait, if it's the business we're in, but lost a lot of good ones to that disease.
Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all.
We'll be back here